So when I turned 20 years old, I told myself that I want to change my life completely and start living towards that dream that I had of this rigorous, disciplined lifestyle where I was waking up early in the morning and putting in the work daily. But whenever I tried to sit down and actually do that work and live that lifestyle, I struggled. I was experiencing so much pain and negative emotion for not being able to do the other habits that I was doing before that I eventually became demotivated and gave up. Then I would open up my social media and see people all over the world, younger than me or at my age, seeing success, booking results, even people in my near environment booking progress, getting wins, while I wasn't. I was failing and it pissed me off. Then I would get like this surge of motivation that would then drive me to push forward and to make it happen. But I always thought that I needed to rely on the good feelings that I was having in that moment. But it wasn't. Because the reason why I became motivated to go do it was because of the negative emotions that I was feeling, the pain that I was going through for not being able to do the things that I said that I was going to do, to be able to become that disciplined man that I wanted to be. You see, thinking that I had to rely on my good, cute, positive emotions was one of the worst mistakes that I made in my life in my journey of becoming disciplined. Because we actually have to become absolutely pissed off at the fact that with every waking day that we have, every waking minute that we go through where we are not doing the thing that is getting us closer towards our goals, and instead we are drifting away from becoming the person that we want to be, has to be more painful than anything else. We have to hate the fact that we are not getting closer towards living our dreams. We have to become pissed off at other people who are actually achieving the goals that we have, because that's exactly the thing that did it for me. That was a pattern that I started to notice when I saw other people winning, achieving success, thinking to myself, what the fuck am I doing with my time? I'm smoking weed. I'm indulging in the bad habits that I was doing before I said that I wanted to change my life, and I'm struggling with making it happen. What the hell am I doing with myself? My future self is going to hate me, and I couldn't live with it. This doesn't mean that whenever I started doing it, that everything was smooth. No, I struggled for years in becoming disciplined. And that's the truth, because it's not going to happen in 1, 2, 3. It's going to take you many years to become disciplined. Maybe it's going to be easier for you if you start recognizing this earlier, because it was actually, I was 4 years in to trying to become disciplined when I noticed that it was negative emotions that were helping me to push forward and to make it happen. So I then had to find a way for me to tap into my negative emotions. Because the thing with negative emotions and with feeling pain is that it makes you hungry. But you can only become hungry because of it if you actually see and address and believe that you not working on becoming the man that you want to be is more painful than doing the habits that you feel comfortable in doing. The problem that I experienced when I was only acting when I felt good is, honestly, I didn't feel good that often. I really didn't. I felt bad most of the time. Whenever I would wake up, I would feel this negative emotion inside of my heart, where I knew that I wasn't living up to accomplishing the goals that I set for myself. Every day I felt like I was wasting my time. Like there was almost no wins for me to celebrate at that point. Yeah, I could be grateful. Yeah, I could be cute, but that wasn't enough. That positive emotion wasn't pushing me to get closer, because I knew that I wasn't doing the things that I was supposed to be doing. And so waiting for that good emotion to come only made me delay the progress that I could be making. The negative emotion, the pain that was present in that moment, was more present than anything else. So I had to make sure that I learned how to deal with it, to learn how to move with it, to learn how to love it. And that led me to start taking action when I was insecure, when I was afraid, when I was doubting myself, when I knew that I wasn't doing the things that I was supposed to be doing. Instead of waiting for that perfect moment to come, no, I'm going to make the perfect moment right now with the skills that I have, with the mindset that I have, with the energy that I have, and with the feelings that I feel. I wasted so many years not doing that. I wanted to be cute. I wanted to feel good. You know, you see that online. Let's be honest. People who say you have to be grateful, you have to be happy, you have to feel good about doing what you're doing. Yes, absolutely. But in the beginning, when you want to accomplish something, it's not going to be fun. You have to be ready to take some blows. You have to be ready to get beaten up. You have to be ready to get eaten by the doubts that are inside of you, to be chewed up, spit out, and you will have to do it again. You'll have to wake up in the morning feeling insecure and get to work. And then at the end of the day, you will feel better. You will notice that there's like some pressure off of your shoulders. Why is that? Because you have done that, what you said you were going to do, which is aligned to getting closer to you achieving the goals that you have set out for yourself. To make sure that your pain is being used the right way, you have to address the consequences of what will happen if you don't do the activities that get you closer to achieving your goals. So for example, for me, one of my goals is to become financially stable and to provide for my family. So every day where I allow myself to live in comfort is a day where I am disappointing my family and making sure that they suffer in the long term. When you think about it, it's kind of fucked up. But when I say it out loud, I feel almost stupid for not doing the work. I feel almost stupid and selfish for choosing myself. Although most decisions that you will be making where you will have to sacrifice a lot of things and push a lot of things to the side will seem selfish to most people, even to your family members, even to the people that you love. And that will be painful. But you cannot compromise on that vision. You cannot compromise on the goal that you have. That's something that you gotta hold yourself onto, because you know that if you give in to that doubt, if you give in to that fear, if you give in to those positive emotions, then you will make sure that your future self and your family is at a worse position than if you would actually sit down, build up some perseverance, build up some grit, and do it. There will never be a day where you will feel confident whenever you wake up in the morning. Almost never. Maybe once or twice. More often than not, when you are living outside of your comfort zone, which is when you actually grow, by the way, when you are living outside of your comfort zone, making it happen, learning new skills, doing things that are hard, you will not feel good. You will not feel confident. Eventually, you will start loving it, because once you start seeing the results, that's when you start feeling good. But you have to be open to the fact that the results will not come as quickly as you want them to come. Just because whenever you open up your phone and you go to YouTube and you watch a video and that feels productive, that doesn't mean that you've actually made real progress in that moment. Your dopamine receptors has been triggered. You feel good in that moment, but it's still time to take action when you don't know how to do it. Watching videos, learning is good, but you can never neglect the fact that you have to sit down and actually sit with all of that discomfort. And whenever you feel that discomfort, good. One of the things that I did for myself and still do is believe in myself, believe that I'm capable of doing this. When I talk about believe, I don't mean that I'm just writing down one sentence and putting it to the side and forgetting about it. No, I literally have a list of things that I tell myself every morning that I believe myself to be capable of. And I repeat it every single day, because it's all about the inputs that you put into your mind, which then eventually become part of you. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not capable, I can't do this, I am not capable of achieving my goals, I'm struggling, oh it's hard, then yeah, definitely it's going to be harder than it actually is. Because you are feeding that into your mind. So whenever you sit down to do the work, whenever it's time for you to put your foot up, to walk forward, you're going to struggle way more than if you feed that positive energy inside of you that you can do it. Because whenever that uncomfortable moment comes in, you have already prepared yourself for it. These are like habits that I've taught myself a few years ago that I implement still till this day, which I didn't before, and that eventually compounded into me becoming confident, into me becoming disciplined, into me becoming consistent in making progress towards my goals. I don't want to lie to you. It is hard. It is difficult. It is challenging. And in the beginning, it was more challenging than it was right now, because I had to learn the habit and I had to become comfortable with doing it. I had to become comfortable with the pain. And honestly, I'm going to be honest, it became more fun, but not to say that I don't struggle with it anymore. You know, I wake up in the morning, still doubt myself, still think, how the fuck am I going to get through the day? But I'm aware I have those consequences set in my mind. I have the list of the things that I go through. I know what will happen if I don't, because I've already been through it in the past. Whenever I gave up on the goal that I wanted to accomplish, because I gave into like the negative emotions instead of using them to my advantage, I would then be smoking weed, playing video games, and be back at the start where I was when I was 20 years old. I wasn't booking results. That made me feel worse. Through action, I learned that confidence only comes when you actually show up. It's not something that appears when you want it to appear. I became disciplined by embracing pain. And you can become disciplined by embracing pain. And if you're struggling with that right now, then scroll down to the comment section below where there will be a pinned comment of me, and go book your free one-on-one call with me, where I will go personally through your situation and do my best to help you in becoming disciplined and make progress towards the goals that you have set out for yourself. So go do that right now. And always remember that you are 100% responsible for the results in your life. Make the hard decision today, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Bye-bye.